Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today is day number 2 of the trading challenge where I'm going to be turning $10,000 into $1 million. Now the first trading session went incredibly, right? I ended up making $436 and I want to carry that momentum forward. Now I'm literally going to be trading my main trading strategy throughout this entire journey of hitting that $1 million, because a lot of people don't believe that the other $500,000 that I have in my trading account is real. So I'm literally just going to be documenting this for the sake of it so that you guys can see that my strategy does work, that I do have a high win rate, and I actually am who I say I am. So let's get straight into the trading session. We have no time to lose, no time to waste. So let's get it. Of course, we have a $10,436 account over here. So let's go to the quick trading calculator and enter that right over here and make a dollar and reset. And we can see that our trade size is going to be $104.36. Now, this is the quick trading calculator that I use, that my students use to track our sessions so that we can have the best statistics possible and understand what is happening during our trading session a lot better, understand our performance a lot better as well. Now, I'm feeling quite good about this session, so I'm actually going to be doing a 2.5% risk. Therefore, I'll be doing $260.9 literally each and every single trade of this entire session. So let's go and enter this inside of the calculator over here. So it's going to be 260.9, and that's going to be our trade size for this entire session. Now, let's get straight into the session over here. So how I'm going to be trading is mostly alternations. So what I'm going to be looking for are patterns that are moving in sideways markets mostly, and also patterns in uptrends. We're going to be staying away from random markets where the market is jumping, for example like this. We want to be trading in these main downtrends and these main uptrends over here, and also these sideways markets. In the uptrends, I'm going to be looking for a couple of patterns. Obviously, it could be quite spontaneous. I am a spontaneous trader, so I do look at a lot of things and I do take frequent trades. But in uptrends, I'm going to be looking for single red candles and buying on the next candle. In downtrends, I'm going to be waiting for single green candles and selling on the next candle. In ranging markets or sideways markets, if you want to call it that, closer towards the EMA line, I'm going to be looking for 2 reds and then buying on the next candle, or 2 greens and then selling on the next candle. That's literally all that I'm going to be doing through the session. Obviously, some other trades might be a little bit more spontaneous, but let's get straight into the session. Looks like this does want to go up. If I lose this, I'm going to go for another buy here, and we'll see how this plays out. Now, not the greatest of starts. We're going to start off with 2 losses over here, which is fine. It's completely normal to have losses in trading. I'm not worried at all. So let's keep trading. Now my stop loss is set at -5. As you can see over here, trailing stop loss at -5 units. And those 2 losses puts me down -2, which is completely fine. I mean, we can keep trading this and we are going to get some wins. So let's keep pushing forwards. Perfect. Okay, there we go. So we had a win over there. Let's go and add that. Why did I take that trade? Well, we're in a ranging market here. We had 3 green, and then it's likely that a red's going to follow. There's going to be a red here, most likely, as we start pushing into a downtrend. And then likely a green that's going to follow here. See how this plays out. Okay, we got a little bit unfortunate with that gap. So that's going to be a win and then a loss. But that only puts us down 1 unit, which is fine. We just need to document this correctly and honestly. We're going to go for a buy here. If this loses, we're going to double up. And if I lose this double up, I am not going to take another trade. But there we go. We ended up winning that one, which is good. So we can have a loss here, but then we ended up winning it on the double up, which is a re-entry. So we ended up winning 2 over there. And you can see we are pretty much at break even starting off our session. We aren't creating too much progress, but we are recovering very nicely. So why do I re-enter? I re-enter because I know that if I'm wrong the first time, I have an even higher chance that I'm going to be right the second time. Yeah, so this is a random market. I tend to stay away from these markets a lot of the time. But in these type of trading markets, I'm looking for a small red candle, and then I'm going to buy. Looks like we're going to get it over here. So let's go for a buy here. See how this plays out. Okay, this is going to be an easy win according to my normal setup that I follow. So let's go and add in the win over here. Beautiful stuff. Okay, that puts us up 1 unit. let's keep going. Looks like we're entering a ranging market over here. So if I lose this, I'm going to sell again. And if I end up losing these two, we're just going to document that honestly. Looks like I'm going to lose these two. I think the reason I shouldn't have taken that trade was it was a little bit too early in the range, which is fine. We ended up losing those two, but that doesn't put us down anything too bad. We're only down 1 unit. So let's just see how the rest of this session plays out. And I can always make a decision during the session if I want to continue trading or not. But as you can see over here, we still ended up winning that trade there, which only puts us down a couple $100, which is all good. This is 100% a ranging market, so I'm going to go for a buy on this one. See how this plays out. There we go. That's the one we're after. Perfect. And that's the first actual good profit that we've reached, actually the second. But we can see that there's a lot of variance that we're hitting right now. And what I mean by variance, if I were to highlight it over here, is just where where your equity curve is going up and down, up and down. It's basically just saying that one of two things is happening. Either the market that you're trading in is just random and you're not getting the edge or the profitability or the win rates that you kind of want, or it's just like pure statistics. It's just part of trading. Like there will be times when you absolutely smash your take profit. There will be times when you absolutely smash your stop loss, unfortunately. But there will also be times when you're sitting in the middle and your equity curve, your profit and loss is just going up and down. So if this persists for a little bit longer, I will end the session. And that's the discipline that you need as a trader. Ideally, you want to end your session in somewhat of a profit. So we will continue to assess this entire session and see exactly how we tackle the rest of the session. Because right now we're at 13 trades. We basically had a break-even win rates, even though we are up. And having this discipline is what has made me profitable over the years. It's making those important decisions that can still move the needle forward, even though you end up breaking even. Because remember, if you break even and take, for example, 1 unit, you will be 6 units richer or 6% richer on your accounts than what you were if you were to pretty much just hit your stop loss. Okay, so we're going to continue to reassess this entire session. And this is something that I've taught my students. It's something that I've taught them whether they're working with me one-on-one or inside of my community, which is to constantly evaluate the condition and the performance of you within your session, whether it's just the market that's volatile or with variance, because a lot of traders will just keep trading inside of this variance, go completely off the rails, they'll lose money, and that's when they hit a negative spiral and end up blowing their accounts pretty much. And I've seen it so many times. But yeah, that's obviously within my mentorship and within my community. If you want to get access to that community and start getting coached by me and work with me, then you can go check the link down there below and let me know where once you're inside pretty much. And also this calculator over here also comes part of it. Let's keep trading though. Looks like this market's starting to become random, so I think that also does play a part. I'm going to go for a buy here. I'm confident that this is going to continue upwards. Okay, it looks like we got a little bit short of that trade, so we're going to go for another trade here. And once again, another loss because the market is random. So it's going to put us 2 down. So now we need to honestly reevaluate this. I think I am willing to trade the entire session here, purely because at this point I do normally recover. So let's keep pushing forward and see what happens. Looks like a good selling opportunity here. It's going to probably end in a loss. Okay, no, we ended up winning that trade, which is good. Okay, and once again, we're back to this sort of break-even stage. Now, this is something that I hate to do a lot of the time during my session, but it's something that I hope you can take a lot of value from, which is this has literally been 16 trades. Normally, when I do 16 trades during one of my sessions, I typically hit my take profit because my take profit is 5 units. And if I were to hit my take profit today, I would have made like $1,000 doing this challenge. However, you need to respect trading, respect the numbers, respect the math. And currently what we can see is the math is not playing out the way we want. And more times than not, when I hit a phase like this in my trading, especially looking at my equity curve over here, what typically tends to happen is I lose money. And a lot of traders don't learn from their mistakes. I have, and that's why I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this and documenting this journey from 10K to a mil. because I want to teach all those unprofitable traders out there what they are doing wrong and showing you how I actually execute it. So whenever you get a session like this where it's just misbehaving, end the session, call it a day. Even if you lose, for example, with me over here, $160, it's not a trade smash in the bigger picture. Sure, we're going to be put down to, what's the amount of year? 2,000 or 10,269. But overall, we are still up 269 in the challenge. And that's exactly what we want. We want to constantly push the needle forward towards making more profit by making the wisest decisions possible. And that's something that I teach my students, whether I'm working with them one-on-one or in the group or the main community as well. So not the session that we wanted, to be completely honest, but a session that will teach you an honest and a very valuable lesson moving forward in your trading, which is when your session starts to look like this, just call the session and come back the next day and trade it again. It is as simple as that. So just make sure to like and subscribe if you want to start working with me one-on-one, if you want to get coached by me, if you want to join my community, get access to this calculator, get access to all the tools, the software, the modules, and all the value that I have to offer you to become more profitable. Check the link down below. Go and apply, go and join, and I'll see you inside where I'll start working with you. But yeah, have a great one. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.